Welcome back to my channel. If you watched my last video, you found out that we are expecting baby number 2 in August. And so I'm going to be doing some pregnancy updates, I think every other week, but for the first couple weeks there will be more than that because I'll be catching you up to where I am in my pregnancy currently. So anyway, today I'm going to be talking about some symptoms that I had before I ever took a positive pregnancy test. And just as a disclaimer for these pregnancy update videos, they do have a lot of TMI, like my bodily functions and what's going on there and different symptoms like that. So if you don't want to hear about that, if that's not your thing, don't feel like you have to watch these. I just figured that they might be helpful for someone else that's going through the same thing. So that being said, let's get started. These are the symptoms that I had before I took a positive pregnancy test, before I knew for sure that I was pregnant. And it's funny because the first time I was pregnant, let me start over. I don't think I would have ever recognized these as symptoms, just because I didn't know I was pregnant and I had never experienced it before, so I didn't know what to look for or anything like that. So that's kind of why I wanted to make this video, because this time around I kind of knew what was a symptom and what wasn't, and it's funny because we weren't even trying to get pregnant this time around, so I really shouldn't have been even looking for those type of things, but I don't know why. They were just much more apparent to me this time, so it made me think that I might be pregnant even though we weren't trying to get pregnant or anything. So I will just get started. Things that happened that made me wonder what was going on with my body was that I had a lot of disrupted sleep. Normally I can fall asleep really quickly and I stay asleep and sleep a long time during the night. So there were a few nights in those first couple of weeks that I just woke up in the middle of the night and I didn't know why, and it was just really random, and it took me a long time to fall back asleep, so I thought that was weird. And I also had a lot of really vivid dreams. I can hear Regina waking up, sorry. I had a lot of vivid dreams that were just so weird and random, and I know dreams are weird anyway, but I actually had dreams about our second baby, even though I didn't know I was pregnant. And so anyway, that was just another weird thing that I was like, why am I dreaming about that? And normally I don't ever remember my dreams anyway, so just kind of weird. And then let's see, I have some notes here, so I'm looking down at them, but I also had a really increased appetite and some weird cravings. I felt a lot hungrier more often, and there was this one day that I craved potato chips, and I normally don't ever eat potato chips. So that was just a weird one, and I got the potato chips at the store, got them home, and ate some, and I was like, that tastes gross. So I just thought that was weird. I was like, what the heck? And sometimes I'll get cravings before my period, when I'm PMSing, I'll crave chocolate, usually is what it is. So I was like, well, maybe that was just a weird, PMS craving, I don't know. So that's kind of what I pushed that one aside as well. But then I also had some bloating, and that can also happen when you're PMSing too. So again, a lot of these things could just be PMS symptoms, but let's see what else. Oh, one of the biggest things that was weird was I was extremely thirsty for water, all the time. I just wanted to drink a ton of water, and I think that was my body telling me that I needed water, because I know this is bad, but I normally don't drink a lot of water. And so I was just so thirsty and wanted water, which I don't like water. That's why I don't drink it very much. Which, by the way, if anyone has any tips for ways to want to drink water, that sounds so dumb, but honestly, I need them because I need to be drinking water for this baby. So that was another symptom I noticed. And then I was very, very fatigued and got headaches sometimes, and every time I would stand up from sitting down for not even that long, I could just be sitting down for like 5 or 10 minutes. And when I would stand up, I would get like really lightheaded and kind of dizzy. So I thought that was really weird. But like I said, all of these things could have just been like PMS symptoms. And so I tried not to like think about it too much. I was just like, oh, I'm sure it's just PMS. And then like the biggest thing that really tipped me off was one night I was sitting on the couch watching TV and I felt the implantation cramping, which I know sounds so weird, but the implantation cramping kind of feels like sharp pains like near your ribs. At least for me, that's how it felt. So I noticed that one night just lying on the couch and I was like, that is so weird. Like, and my first thought was that it was implantation cramping, and I have no idea why I thought that because, like I said, we weren't trying to get pregnant. And so I was like, that's super weird. So that was one thing that I was like, I should maybe like keep better track of my periods so that I know like when I'm missing it. But I knew like an estimated time that it should be coming, so I just kind of waited for that. So that was obviously like the big, huge clue that I was pregnant was when I didn't start my period. And so that was when I took the pregnancy test. I forgot about one of the major ones. I was super, super moody. I was like, there was this one day that I started crying about the weirdest thing. I don't even remember what it was, but I remember being like, why am I crying about this? And honestly, I just was like, well, this must be some really severe PMS because I knew that my period was supposed to come the next week. So I just figured it was PMS, but it was like really extreme. Because it happened a couple of times that I cried and I was like, what is wrong with me? So yeah, that was another major, major clue. Anyway, those are the symptoms that I noticed before I ever took a positive pregnancy test. So if any of you have experienced those similar things, please leave it in the comments. I really like to hear about other people's experiences because obviously it's different for everyone, but a lot of these things can be similar between people. So it's always just interesting to hear about stories. And I think that's it, you guys. I will see you guys next time. Next time I will be doing an update on weeks 5 through 8 of pregnancy. And then after that, there will be a video for weeks 8 through 12. And from then on, I will do a video every other week. So yeah, every 2 weeks of my pregnancy, you'll get an update. So anyway, this is getting too long now, so I will leave it there and I will see you guys next time. Bye!